This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Shock in Trelawny following killing of 3. The killing of 3 men during a clash with the police and the soldiers from the Operation Resilient 2 team during an illegal party in western Jamaica during the wee hours of Saturday morning has left the residents shell-shocked. A member of the Jamaica Defensive Force team was shot and injured during the confrontation. According to Acting Commander of the Trelawny Police Division, Deputy Superintendent of Police Winston Milton, about 2 a.m. a joint police military team which was in the area came under gunfire from individuals who were in attendance at the party while it was in full swing. The security personnel responded with a gunfire, and when the exchange ended, 4 men including a soldier were shot. DSP Milton also disclosed that illegal firearms were seized during the operation. He added that a number of residents were also taken into custody on reasonable suspicion so as to assist the probe by members of the Criminal Investigation Branch. Members of the police and the military team acting under Operation Resilient 2 were on patrol in the area when they were shot at by criminal gunmen at an illegal party. 4 persons were injured, 3 fatally. 1 member of the JDF received a gunshot injury in the community, DSP Milton told the news. He, however, did not reveal the number of firearms seized, noting that an investigation was in progress. National Security Minister Dr. Harris Chang described the incident as a reflection of the level of organized gangsterism that is out there that the police have to deal with. All were heavily armed. The 3 who were impacted died with their arms, Dr. Chang said. The police need to be commended. It took high-quality intelligence, good police work to identify these kinds of criminals that we have out there. A grief-stricken Tamara Mitchell said one of the deceased was her son, a Shane surgeon also called a Prementa. She said her son was not involved in any criminal activities, pointing out that he is a chef who always cooks at parties in and around the community. I got a phone call from work that my son is dead. He was a loving person. He was a chef, and he cooked for everybody. When them have party, is him them call. He's a quiet little boy. Him have manners. If him pass you 10 times, him call to you. Them kill me baby, she wailed. Members of the Independent Commission of Investigation were at the scene early Saturday morning probing the incident. We are currently investigating the circumstances under which 3 men were shot and injured by the police in Hague. A soldier of the JDF was also shot and injured. Errol Chatu, Director of Complaints at the Western Regional Office of Indicom, told the news. A number of curious onlookers who swarmed the area behind the police yellow tape were tight-lipped about the incident. Some were, however, spotted talking in hushed tones. In June of 2010, the Housing Agency of Jamaica Limited, in collaboration with the Port Authority of Jamaica and the Urban Development Corporation, relocated over 100 families who were occupying lands known as Dump in Falmouth to Hague settlement. This relocation exercise became necessary to facilitate development in the town for the accommodation of a new cruise ship pair. Police probe suspected murder-suicide in St. James. The St. James police are probing what is suspected to be a murder-suicide in the parish on Friday night. Dead are 42-year-old Ellie Russell of Paradise Heights in St. James and a woman whose identity remains unknown, the police told the news. According to the Corporate Communications Unit of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, lawmen were alerted to a house in the Paradise Heights community about 7:30 Friday evening after residents reportedly heard a woman crying for help. On their arrival, Russell was seen lying on his veranda with a stab wound to his upper body, while the woman was seen lying on her back. The news was unable to ascertain whether she was also stabbed. They were both taken to the nearby Cornwall Regional Hospital, where they were pronounced dead. 7 more motorcyclists killed in traffic crashes, says RSU. It was another bad week for motorcyclists, with 5 of them, along with 2 pillion riders, being numbered among the 9 road fatalities recorded on Jamaica's road during the week of October 1 to 7. Additionally, 2 more motorcyclists perished in motor vehicle crashes on September 27 and 29 bringing road fatalities for the period to 11 and 352 overall since the start of the year. The latest statistics were released on Friday by the Ministry of Transport's Road Safety Unit. They show that 2 female pillion riders were killed in 2 different collisions on Saturday, October 1. 1 pedestrian and the driver of a private motor car were also killed. Meanwhile, the RSU is reporting that as of October 7, some 352 persons have been killed in 305 fatal collisions. A breakdown reveals that the top 3 categories with the highest number of fatalities were motorcyclists 104 fatalities, pedestrians 69 fatalities, and the private motor car passengers 49 fatalities. Further statistics revealed that 85% were male and 15% were female. The main cause of fatalities was proceeding at excessive speed with no regard to conditions, the RSU said in its weekly update. On a positive note, the RSU said fatal crashes have decreased by 5% and fatalities are down by 2% when compared with a similar period in 2021. Westmoreland, a man who used the postal services to export ganja, convicted. A Westmoreland man who attempted to use the postal service to ship ganja to Canada was convicted in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Monday. Alton Anderson, 49, from Revival District in the parish, pleaded guilty to 66 counts of breaches of the Dangerous Drugs Act and was remanded until January 9, 2023. Anderson appeared before the court charged with 22 counts of possession of ganja, 22 counts of dealing in ganja, and 22 counts of attempting to export ganja. Allegations are that Anderson attempted to use the Jamaica Postal Services to ship 22 parcels with ganja valuing more than $1 million to Canada over a 2-year period. An investigation was launched and the accused man was arrested by narcotics detectives during an operation on September 22 in Westmoreland. Investigations say there are other allegations against Anderson regarding 8 additional ganja seizures detected by the police since January this year. The police say they are urging members of the public to desist from attempting to use the postal or other courier services to export drugs as it is a criminal offense. Westmoreland man arrested following gun seizure. A man was arrested after lawmen seized 2 illegal firearms during an operation in Little Bay, Westmoreland on Friday night. The identity of the suspect is being withheld pending investigations. Reports from the Corporate Communications Unit of the Jamaica Constabulary Force are that a handmade shotgun and a revolver were found buried in the man's yard during an operation carried out by the Westmoreland Police at approximately 11:30 p.m. He was subsequently taken into custody. U.S. still urging citizens to reconsider travel to Jamaica. 4 months after the U.S. urged Americans to reconsider visiting Jamaica due to crime, listing 8 of the country's 14 parishes as having an increased risk, the U.S. Department of State has reissued the Level 3 travel advisory for the Caribbean island. The parishes previously listed as areas Americans should not travel to remain the same. In the latest travel advisory updated on Wednesday, October 5, U.S. citizens are being warned against traveling to Clarendon, Hanover, Kingston, and St. Andrew, all of Montego Bay, St. Anne, St. Catherine, St. James, and Westmoreland due to crime. The U.S. especially warned its citizens to only go to Clarendon if they're transiting to other parishes and to stay on the highway. According to the U.S. State Department, violent crimes such as home invasions, armed robberies, sexual assaults, and homicides are common in Jamaica. Sexual assaults occur frequently, including at all-inclusive resorts. Local police lack the resources to respond effectively to serious criminal incidents. Emergency services vary throughout the island and response times may vary from U.S. standards, the State Department said. The homicide rate reported by the government of Jamaica for several years has been among the highest in the Western Hemisphere. It continued, adding that the State Department said U.S. government personnel are prohibited from traveling to several areas here, from using public buses, and from driving outside of prescribed areas of Kingston at night. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.